Living with OCD can make it really overwhelming to be stuck inside of your own head. Turtles All the Way Down is a book about a young woman named Asa Holmes who is struggling with obsessive-compulsive disorder and also trying to solve a mystery. So I first heard the Turtles All the Way Down story when I was in college, but back then I thought that it was a story about how stupid superstition is. And it was only much later that I started to understand the story as a story about how, while science tells us the truth and is extremely important, that there is also truth in the stories we tell about the world. And that's why the stories we tell about the world are so important, and why the stories we tell about ourselves and each other are so important, and why it's so dehumanizing for people to be left out of that story. I think in a lot of ways, Turtles All the Way Down is my most personal book. In the past, when I've written about myself, I'm usually writing about, in code, things that happened to me a long time ago, or things that I felt a long time ago. And OCD was part of my life when I was a teenager, and I was definitely thinking a lot about that when I was writing the book, but it's also part of my life now, and I expect it to be part of the rest of my life. So it was, in a lot of ways, the first time I was writing kind of directly about the present. Writing is helpful for me because it's a way out of myself. It's a way to imagine what someone else's life is like, what it would be like to not be stuck in my particular consciousness with my particular brain. And that's fun for me, but it's also sometimes something I need. That escape is really important.